gets in a rhythm. So it's used to getting up or going to sleep at a certain time.
Okay.
And no matter what I do, and just as my body has adjusted to the last change, it changes again,
Okay.
which throws me totally off. And in my youth, I didn't have that problem. In my youth, it just, my pop back game was nice.
Everybody's been like, oh, I got an extra hour of sleep. I'm like, I did not. My company squeezed an extra
Excuse
hour
me?
of working out of me because I was working. Okay.
Can you fix that?
I don't know what I'm supposed to do here, but
And that one is kind of hanging off.
Sorry.
hold on. We're kind of having technical difficulties right now. Is this your iPad?
Yes.
Okay, you want to help a sister out? Because I don't know what it wants me to do with this mirroring. I don't want to. Okay, well.
Okay, looks like we're about to get in the game.
Excuse me again.
Okay, we're going to take it from the top.
All right.
How we doing, people? Thank you so
Hey!
much for tuning in. Thank you,
We're
thank
good.
you, thank
We're
you.
good now. We're good. So let's jump on into it. So
It's been quite a week though.
it has. It has. So
Initially, we were going to talk about something else, and then we changed our minds.
we were. And let me tell you, we were going to talk about that situation with I don't even Joe Smith, is that his name?
Joe Smith, yes.
And the
His
woman
wife.
that he's married to.
The woman that he's married to, we won't call her a wife, I
Because
guess.
she's not very
She's not
wifely
acting
to me.
wifey.
She's not
You
wifey.
know, she is not wifing. You know, my belief is when you're married, it is one band, one sound. So you don't move like she's moving, and so I'm just say she's the woman that he's married to.
Yeah.
So we were going to talk about that, but I think that conversation has been beaten to death
Yeah,
over
it's
the
been
last
pummeled.
7 days. Yeah, and so Jay and I were at the gym. No shocker there, and I was
Really?
I know, right?
Right. First
And
time.
so I have, dating apps just they amuse me, and I've met some people who've said that they're on dating apps and it's really for entertainment purposes for them because they're amusing, and I will have to say they really are amusing. I'm sure that there are lovely people on the dating apps, but I really haven't. That has not been my experience. But let me just say, the profile, the profile of some of the men that are out there, like I've shared with Gary and Janae, and Gary is like, I don't think you're supposed to get into, you're supposed to swipe right just to tell people to correct certain things, and then it's like you're not using that correctly.
She was fact checking the people like, hey, bruh, and it's 2 E's.
Okay, so let me just say, if you're gonna set up a dating profile, and I look at your dating profile, the pictures that you have on your profile should be pictures of just you. If you are in a picture
Depends, though.
with other people, then
Depends on what they want.
you should crop those other folks out. No, the dating profiles even say that.
I get it, but it depends on what they want.
Right, but if you let them know that, like, man,
That's my point exactly.
that, hey,
Their-
this is how
The
I get out.
profile tells a story. Now, I haven't been on a dating app, so I'm not speaking
So
from.
she don't know.
But what I can
So
tell
she
you
don't
is
know.
that your profile picture tells a story, and I agree with you, Gary. If you're trying to let somebody know this is the way I get down,
Right.
and it's
We
3
got
people
room for you.
in every picture, and we all coupled up, yeah, they're trying to tell you a
In
story.
every doggone picture.
Do you fit into my story? We got a chapter waiting on you. Now, for
You
somebody
girl.
who's looking for a monogamous relationship, I would say, yeah, crop the picture, make it yourself. Don't even get a picture when that little hand is encroaching on the side. Right, because it's like,
It's hilarious.
you just cropped out your wife. Yeah. But no, I feel like if you want for somebody to understand what you're looking for, put whatever profile picture you want up.
And then so, well, yes and no. So then it was, I see other people, adults, putting themselves hugged up with their adult daughter or whatever, and it's like, am I supposed to surmise that this is your child, or?
It's confusing.
Yeah,
I would
it
imagine.
is.
Yeah.
And so then you have to study, like, is this, but if you make me work too hard, then you're in the trash. And so it's dating apps. I don't know. Yes or no? Have you ever tried them before?
I haven't tried them. I mean, my ego won't allow me to do that.
What's wrong with that?
I just wasn't brought up that way. That's a huge paradigm shift for me.
Okay.
I'm not.
Well, you weren't brought up that way because we didn't have dating apps. We didn't have the
Exactly
internet.
my point.
We didn't have the internet.
Exactly my point.
Dinosaurs.
Exactly my point. And I mean, some of that stuff, I mean, tradition is what it is, but a lot of things we get away from because we are, we're like, okay, this is the new way of doing it. Some stuff I want to hold on to.
Okay, just meeting people organically.
I mean,
I feel like I don't go out enough to meet people. And then, people who are close to me are like, you're not going to meet anybody sitting in the house. Yes, I fly, I go out. I mean, I'm out in different cities, but that's work.
But I told you before, 1 second, real quick, just before that, you have to make sure that your aura, your energy
It's
is open to receive, and because people feel your energy. If they look at you and they're like, nah, she's just gonna say no, they won't even approach you. You know what I mean? But if you, and I'm not saying just go around smiling at everybody, hey, I'm open, right? I'm open. But
Give me a hug.
you as a man can feel somebody's energy if they're closed or not. You may feel
I
like,
think I'm approachable and open. Really?
nah, you are.
think?
You are. I mean,
No, be honest. I mean, don't.
not knowing her and knowing her, would you feel like it's open or closed?
I have to interject myself into that because I'm gonna approach anybody. If I see you and I like you, I'm coming for you. And I mean, I may not, hey, let me get your number,
I
but
didn't want you to interject yourself in that. I wanted you to just answer just meeting her.
Here we go.
Oh my God, we're starting off already.
but even if
I'm like,
but even if she looked
I guess it's too hard.
no, even if she looked unapproachable, I'm still gonna feel like, man, I can ask her, man, you smile, I can say something to get her attention to stop. All I need is 2 minutes. It's either gonna
Would
work
you say that? Do you smile?
or where's your smile?
Can you
smile?
not
Oh.
interject yourself in
Oh,
and
that would be-
answer
Okay,
the,
yes,
the
yes,
common
yes,
man?
yes.
That would
Yes,
be
ma'am.
that would,
I
okay.
think
But since he
I-
did, that would be the wrong thing to say to any woman because we don't.
I
like
would
that.
get shot down.
Oh,
It's on to the next.
me,
But-
bro, you
but-
would be so shot down.
Slave you.
Yeah, because we
Note to self.
don't like that.
Okay, but
We women.
that's one example. But to answer
People will tell us
to
smile.
answer your question, Janae, I think that she's approachable. I don't see anything that would make me not approach her. Again, I put myself in.
You did, because you can't help yourself. You just can't help yourself, but that's okay.
I was told that I was incorrigible today. I can't spell it or know what it means, but I hope it was in a good way.
I don't know if I've ever heard that, actually. In a positive light.
That's what I was
Okay.
gonna say, not in a positive way.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like dating apps definitely have a place. The people that I know that are on them, I feel like have really put forth, at least women. I'm gonna say women because I'm not gonna say I don't really know men that are on them, but I know they're on them. If that
I
makes
do.
any sense. They don't talk about being on them, but I've heard
I
they're
do.
on them. But the women, I feel like they have put forth effort in trying to meet someone organically. I feel like they have really put themselves out there, like, okay, even initiating conversations that may not even feel very comfortable, doing, because again, traditionally, the way we were brought
Right.
up, that's not the way we
Right.
met guys. We
Right.
just kind of,
Let them come to us.
we had an open aura, and
Yes.
then we would let them come to us.
Correct.
But I feel like women have tried a lot of different ways to start something, initiate something, and it's backfired,
And-
or it didn't lead anywhere. It was no
Yeah,
no
and it's-
fire.
It's really stepping out of your comfort zone for many women, myself included, to swipe and say, "Hey, so and so." I mean, that's just so not who I am, and but I have not really met anybody that I thought was a good match for me. organically.
So let me ask this question because I'm not 100% sure. Are there different apps for different purposes?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so Match.com,
Versus Tinder.
Tinder.
Oh, I heard Tinder was a hookup app.
Okay,
No, that's beyond. That's like a sure thing app.
Is it? Okay, that's what I was told.
that's a sure.
That's
I was
like
told.
you got a 5 dice, you got a 2. You ain't gonna roll but 7. That's your lucky day.
Yeah, I was
My
told
goodness.
Tinder was definitely the hookup.
Okay, so the way
No,
people
I'm
come
not
at
on
you
that.
is going to be pretty
Not
much
interested.
like that. Like you're on here for this reason, so this is the way I'm coming at you.
I mean, it ain't gonna be that much conversation. You know, we hooking up or we not.
Oh,
Wow,
Okay.
that sounds like prostitution almost. Like
I mean,
how much do you charge an hour?
well, money is changing hands. I mean, I would guess, and I don't know this to be true, but my guess is that the premise of it is for like-minded people
Yeah.
to exist in a space where it's understood that this is the precursor for that, or that our conversation.
This is what we're
Yeah.
Right, our
here to
conversation.
do.
Our conversation is to find out how we can get together and have sex.
yeah.
Not what's your
That's-
favorite color and
that's
what's
like
your favorite
Grindr.
flower. And,
That's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
Grinder. Grinder is.
Grindr is
See,
even
that
worse
even
one.
sounds like
Well, Grinder. Well, is it for straight people? I thought it was for gay males.
I'm not.
I have a lot of gay male friends, and
it just sounds like we're gonna get down
and
to the
then,
getting down.
yeah, when you go somewhere, when you fly, it'll tell you somebody who's in your area, and you can contact them, and you know, the guys do that, and you know, if they're interested and they hook up, and so that is what Grindr is, and it does sound very much like a hookup app.
It does.
I know a lot about it from my friends and my coworkers, but I have no interest in a hookup app. So my dating profile, I was even complimented on my dating profile by a male acquaintance, and who called me and was like, "Hey, I saw your dating profile," because he's on the app too, and he's like, "This is exactly how a dating profile should look." I was like, "Well, thank you."
Well, for me personally,
So-
I mean, I can't say that I've never.
What
been
did he?
on
What did he? I
That's
mean,
what I
I
asked
like
you
to
to
dive into that a little bit more. What was so perfect about it?
So what I guess he didn't say, but so I can just describe my dating profile because
Okay.
he didn't really say. I just thanked him and we talked about some other stuff. Well, so my dating profile. So first of all, it was a picture of my face, and kind of like, I think I was fixing sunglasses or hair, so it almost looked like I was doing a wave like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have some other. That was my profile. So I have another picture of me sitting on the sofa. I was at a restaurant, Mediterranean restaurant. So I was just kind of like sitting there, cross-legged with some boots on, and there's a few other pictures of just my face. But the app picks the picture that is most liked by others or most commented on,
Okay.
and asks you if you want to make this your main profile, because this is the picture that gets the most attention. So the picture that was getting the most attention was the picture of me sitting on the sofa with my legs crossed. with
And
boots.
I could understand that because this right here, even though it's a beautiful face, they just don't know what else is,
Right.
you know. So they're like,
Right.
she's
So-
got a really nice face, but you know she's too
So-
skinny, or she's
Right.
got a nice face, or she's too. So yeah.
Right. So they changed the profile picture. So the pictures are just very, to me, very basic. Just me presenting in a very friendly and positive, open light. And then I haven't gone through all of them. I have about 850 people to go through, responses.
Oh Lord, I give up already.
Well,
This is exhausted.
I know, right? So it was a lot, but
It's like almost 1,000 people.
it is. It's a lot of people to go through, but you know, and I've connected with some pretty nice people, some really really nice people. But I also had to like check a few people, not just on their grammar and on their profile, how it was inappropriate.
Spelling.
I did swipe right just to say, I only came in here to tell you that you need to take this picture down because it's not appropriate. Have a nice day. And then
She's the dating app police.
Gary said, what is
The
wrong with
profile
you?
police.
Right. And then her friend to do, you know, it's like blocked him, like, man.
I had somebody come at me crazy. He was making way too many jokes, like, hey, big head, and this, and I was like, oh my God, how old are you? So he's just like, wait, seriously, she read it. He was a gorgeous man. He was like, I'm moving to Chicago soon, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. And then, I knew when he said big hair, I was like, this is going to work. I don't give a fuck about how nice looking you are. This is not going to work. So he said that. And then he said, he was joking and joking.
This is the killer.
And then he said, I said, you were literally making me laugh out loud. But what he didn't know, I was laughing at him, not with him. Because I was like, my God. And so he was like, yeah, is all this laughing getting me some coochie coupons? Record scratch. What? Nigga.
First of all, let me just take a time out. This guy at the gym said to us, I've never seen you two take a break.
Because we were stopping with my
reading
phone.
the
Like,
phone.
I said, can you believe this ninja?
He was like, I've never seen you two take a break. And I was like, you know it's got to be good.
Said,
Coochie coupons.
Coochie. It says, give me some coochie coupons. I said, is that your goal?
Oh my
And
goodness.
so he responded, that's every man's goal.
It is, but you can't say it.
Shut it up.
It is.
And then he said,
You can't say it.
He said it.
He said, right. He said it's every man's goal. And he, and then he said, what did he said, I'm just joking.
Well, afterwards,
And then he
I was just
said,
joking.
but you take care. So now you're gonna try to say I'm just joking. You're gonna try to joke your way out of it. So let me tell you what I know. I know that this is called negging. Negging is when it's based off the root word negativity. I was just sharing this with you earlier today. This is called negging. It's when you say negative things to people to try to push the envelope to try to see how far you can go. And you're trying to push the boundaries to see what it is that they'll take from you.
Now he didn't think it was negative.
But it's
He was pushing the
he
envelope,
was definitely putting
but he didn't think it was negative.
no.
He thought it was actually,
Charming.
charismatic.
But I mean,
Like
I'm not going to build a
as much
case
as
for
Ted
him.
Bundy.
I'm not going to build a case for him, but it probably is behavior that he's used to doing and has gotten away with.
And it's
before.
worked probably.
Yeah, it's probably worked many times.
Yeah.
Or he wouldn't have done it or wouldn't have said it, right?
And I
Yeah.
mean, that
Because
is,
you didn't come back with a whole bunch of goofy laughing emojis. He was probably like, it didn't work.
Yeah, it was
But-
definitely a record scratch. I was like,
but-
he is so out of here.
but that story is kind of why I wouldn't like that type of dating, because I can read the room when I'm talking to you.
Can't read.
Right, you know,
that.
I mean, this is glorified texting no matter what you call
It
it.
is.
Unless you go live with a person, and it's
much gets lost in
right. It's
translation.
one way communication a
Yeah.
lot of times.
Yeah.
So if I were saying something and I saw your eyebrows raised or you start moving towards the door, I know that I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Well, she moved towards the door, like,
Yeah, I blocked him.
right.
And first of
She
all,
moved towards the door.
coochie? Really? Who says that?
Well, he wasn't going to be like, I hope it's giving me a vagina value discount.
Well, I
right?
don't know. I just,
You know,
from the big head to just all of that, let me just stop. There's so much I can
I'm
say.
not here to advocate for him or what he did.
No, I know.
No,
There's so much
but-
I can say.
But
immature.
that is a prime example of why dating, electronic dating doesn't work for me.
I'm with you. Like, I've never done it. I've never had a desire to do it. I have long relationships, obviously, but outside of that, I wouldn't feel comfortable with doing it. But I'm always amazed, and I'm always rooting for people that do it.
I mean, I don't knock the hustle. I mean, there are people that skydive. I'm not, but more power to you. So I get that part of it. But another thing that, you know, and this is very petty in me.
I know someone who got married off of Match.com.
I know people
It's
that
not
are on their
uncommon.
second
Yeah.
marriage
It's-
off of,
I know somebody who's on their 10th. No, I'm kidding.
no.
2 doctors
Off-
met and got married.
Yeah, that's not
And then-
uncommon though for people to.
Then they found
Yeah,
out
get
when
married.
the doctor found out that the other guy was really not a doctor after she married him, and he just wanted to sit on the couch and do absolutely nothing. So it was hard as hell getting rid of that guy. And another girl that I met, she met this guy, and boy, it was like fireworks. And before you know it, they were engaged. And turns out he wasn't who he said he was either. But it's like, you need to be able to figure out how to balance this thing. Talking to someone without seeing them, or even if you are talking to someone, you have to figure out, are they crazy? Are they real? Are they a fraud? You know, is this just,
I
again,
feel right for you.
yeah.
You know, can this work? I mean, and this, you know, we tend to initially anyway present as our very best selves. And so within that,
Maybe you should try to. You should.
I mean, that's
As long
the
as
goal.
you should. You, like I said before, we shouldn't come out like looking like a bum and be like, oh, this is me, this is what I'm doing. But at the same time, if you are pretending to be someone you are just not completely, then yeah,
Catfishing.
you're doing way too much. It's more than presenting your best self. It's presenting somebody else.
But
which is
even just, you know, another thing that I saw in
Some people do that when you meet them in person though.
true. You still
I've
have
had
to
that
vet people. Yeah, you have.
another thing that I saw, a petty thing of me in electronic dating, was that I saw people that I knew. So it's always kind of
Oh,
like,
yeah, I've seen that
so
too.
it's like kind of different when
Then
you
they
see
call
them in
me.
person.
One person DM'd me or inboxed me and was like, you said you didn't want to date me, but you're on a dating profile. Yeah, I said I didn't want to date you.
It's just hard though when you didn't know, you know a person, but you didn't know that they were, you know, looking for dates or needing that service.
Is that awkward when you see somebody on a dating app and you know them?
If I have a closer relationship to you, yes.
You mean like a woman that you dated before or just
No,
a
no, no.
guy?
Just I wouldn't be looking at guys, but just a woman that you know, somebody that I'm cool with.
Yeah.
And then I see him, and then
Why
like
is that
tomorrow,
awkward?
because I see him at Starbucks, and it's like, hey, and it's like you don't want to ask how you doing, you know, but you also want to ask like, how's Match.com coming?
So
Did
is
you
it?
find anybody?
So do you feel sorry in a way for these people in a way? Does it make you feel like, oh my God, they need a date? And they're just going to these services.
Oh, let me pray for you.
I
Don't feel sorry for me, people. I'm good.
I try not to. Sorry would be a stretch. I try not to feel sorry for them. I understand that people are going to do things that I don't do. So I hope that they are making it work. I hope that it is working for them. I'm not quite at the point where, but it's just different to know somebody in that way. And we existed in this space, and I never knew that about you.
Yeah.
And now it's like, hey.
But I mean, even if you knew somebody, what I know, they're not going, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. I'm looking for a husband. I mean, like.
No, but I mean, another example. I met a young lady Saturday or Sunday. I was out. I was cooking, and so man, I'm doing my stuff, and so we talk, and so I get introduced to her, and I'm like, I actually know you. I've met you before.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, okay. I'm like, I hate to say this, but I'm your Facebook friend. And she's like, don't talk to me about Facebook, blah, 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 blah. So I get down to the point.
Don't talk to me
So,
about Facebook.
so she maxed me down, and she's like, hey.
What does that mean?
Yeah, why she say don't talk to me about Facebook?
And what does max you down mean?
Matt.
Oh, macked you down.
Yeah.
She maxed me down. It was a very, very, very. She was like, "Where's your wife?" And I was like,
That's what she said. Where's your wife?
"Yeah." She's like, "Where's your wife?"
In the making.
I said, "My wife is somewhere learning how to be the best version of herself that motivates me to be the best version of myself for her." And so I can't tell you the rest of the story, but I can. I'm sorry, but. That was
Why can't you tell us?
That was her intro, and that was your comeback.
right, and that was something because we were in person, and it played off of it. And it's the more.
So is she your girlfriend now? Did she say, "Will you be mine"?
No, I
I'm
think
gonna get off these sites for you.
it didn't go quite like that. But it was just an example of in person, the dynamic that you can have where you can actually meet somebody and talk
I
to
agree.
them and play off of each other. And the
I
reason
had
that she
that.
asked me about the wife was because I was introduced as the cook. And so her
Well,
premise,
that was her way of finding out if you were married, first of all.
absolutely.
And if she is on a dating site,
Right.
she may have felt like, okay, this is an opportunity. I'm already on a dating site. Let me be a little bit more forward. And as you put it, she
Step out
mapped
of
you
her
down.
comfort zone.
Right.
and
She
Right.
stepped out your exactly. So, which may be something she may have not have done
Did
in
it
the
work?
past.
Are you guys did you exchange numbers and all that?
You know, later at no, I'm just kidding.
The next day when we woke up, right?
No. It did not happen like that. America, it didn't happen like that. But it was just a situation where we were, you know, we talked, and I thought it was cool. And I don't know that would have been able to occur for me at the place that I'm at if we were doing that via online.
Yeah. You would have looked at it differently, probably.
Yeah.
It felt different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. Like, nothing is better than organic. But
I agree.
what is someone supposed to do if they don't want to just live life by themselves and want a companion? I mean, like, you just gonna put a sign looking for a companion, sit on a no.
Go to a party
Right.
and just sit there in the corner like this.
A couple things I want to say. Number one, younger people are more able to do it because they haven't grown up like we did with other things.
Right.
I don't know. I think we are able to do it. It's a whole lot of people.
But
our
I think
age.
it's easier for younger people. I think the younger people they don't have, you know.
Well, anything that has to do with technology is easier for them because they grew up with it. So I agree with you on that.
Yeah. The other part is that, you know, I always preach about it's a numbers game, it's a numbers game, it's a numbers game. So from that perspective, you're opening up a whole new set of numbers. You know, if you're not getting out or if you are only
Younger people are actually on dating apps.
I'm saying that.
Yeah, he
Oh,
says
okay.
that. He says it's easier for them. But I'm saying it's not difficult for us just because the two of you you're not opposed to it. Janae is, like for herself. Well, she's in a relationship. I would have been opposed to it about 5 years
But
ago.
I just wouldn't feel comfortable doing it. But I kind of feel like you're saying that they're on the sites, but they also didn't have parents that were telling them, "Oh,
Be
that's
careful.
right. That's
That
not
guy's
the way
a
we
masher.
exactly."
You know, no. I don't think that was happening, and I think that even if their parents were telling them that, they were still like, man, I met him. He's cool. You know, he just happens to live in New York, or you know, blah 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 blah. A person had to be close or able, you know, to get close to us, and it had to be something that, you know, you had to have that context that you built, that foundation.
Yeah.
And they're willing to forsake those things and say, you know what, I'm gonna take a chance on this medium, and we're gonna see if it works.
Yeah, I feel like they are definitely much bigger risk takers than we ever have been. But sidebar,
Mm-hmm.
there are also these match services, I'll call them, where you have to pay a lot of money,
Yeah,
like
I'm not willing.
$7,000. But I know you may not be willing, but
No.
what I do see the value in is nobody is really, unless you just got a lot of cash to blow on some bullshit, spending that kind of money and they aren't really interested in finding them someone. That is the one thing that I feel like sets them apart from Match.coms and all these other
Number
things.
eHarmony is really good too, and I don't think that's that expensive. It's like a couple $100.
But-
I just am not willing to step out and pay through the nose for that. I'm just not.
Interesting story is Just Lunch is the site that one of the sites that you're talking about,
Okay.
and they match people together and they pay you pay. I mean, I think it was
Like you have a person who really
yeah.
pointed to you.
And I want to tell you a story about that too. I
Okay.
love that site for this reason that I'll tell you later. But this was maybe 10, 15 years ago, and it was $2,000 just to get started.
Just to get started.
Just to get started. But even within that, I love that site for this reason. They only hire women. I applied and applied and applied because I thought that this would be something that I could do, blah, 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 blah. There was a class action suit, and I got like $30,000 from it
Because it wouldn't hire men.
because they wouldn't hire me. So I will love that site for all of my days on this planet.
So I was thinking it sounds discriminatory, but okay.
You're like, I love them for a different reason.
I keep applying just in case it's another one. You know, I'm gonna get them back.
I got about 100 resumes to carry.
I had the EEOC call me. You know, it was one of them days I'd had a bad day. I thought it was horrible, man. I almost ruined my whole life.
You didn't hire me. So, yeah, but the success rate, I'm not sure what it is, but I do like the preface of, you know, that the probability of someone truly being ready and interested is a lot higher than it is with these other sites. And I think at the end of the day, social media, dating sites, everything is going to be a subscription-based kind of thing. That's where everything is going. Like these platforms, I think they're going to try to make us pay for. But yeah, I feel like that's where it's going. And, you know, I think, like, you know, this kind of thing, Facebook and Instagram, you kind of get to know people a little bit more organically, if you will, than just on dating sites sometimes.
Yeah.
You see a little bit more of their personality, and you see who they hang out with, you see the things that they really like to do, versus somebody just putting it all on a profile page and being like, oh, by me.
Social media is good if you
Right.
use it the right way. It is. It's a good thing.
Then you definitely get to, you know, on an electronic media in general, if you're creating it, you get to, you know, control the narrative.
Right.
So you can, you know, present as best as you allow yourself to be.
Right. So I would love to know our followers. Are you guys on dating sites? What your experiences have been? Did it work for you? Did you find love? Did you find a crazy? Right.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know what you think about the dating apps out there, and let me know what your experiences are, because I'm on. Well, I won't say which one I'm on. I'm not gonna do that. But the one that I'm on was highly recommended by one of my beautiful sister friends, and she just loves this app. So I took her advice and jumped on it, and I don't dislike it at all, but I am definitely learning. You know, I talk about a lot of situations and things with Janae. Janae's like, that's game. I can't believe blah blah blah. And I'm like, really?
Yeah. Right. She's the profile police, but I am the dating app police. No.
Yeah. And I'm like, really?
He's lying.
Well, maybe he really was skipping and throwing flowers and performing surgery at the same time. Janae's like, hell no. Fuck that.
Nobody does that. No one can skip and perform surgery at the same time and write a poem.
Right. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's very interesting. But yes, like Gary said, let us know your thoughts in the comments. As we've said over and over again, IG does not keep your comments. Unfortunately, that sucks, but they just don't. So if you've dropped some comments in, please let us know. Let's continue this conversation.
But YouTube does store the comments, so please
Awesome.
leave us
So yes,
comments there.
let us know what you guys think about the dating apps, because this is it's funny, and you know, and I think that there's a place for them for sure. But
And so just to also let you know, the person who leaves the best comment, you guys are going to receive a gift card for our in-person for the 16th Street Bar and Lounge.
a $50 gift card,
$50.
so you can get your drink on at your leisure throughout the day. So, and if you're wondering when that is, it's Saturday.
It's Saturday.
11/11 at 11 a.m.
Our
So,
in-person conversation will be Saturday, 11/11 at 11 o'clock. And
the mixer is from 1 to 3.
that address?
75 East 16th Street, Chicago, Illinois. Be there.
Please be there, you guys. We're going to have a lot of fun. If you saw the flyer, you already know what the conversations are that we're having in person. So this is going to be some good, hot, off the press kind of topics.
Hey, Kim Collier, Weezy.
You can see that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Kim
yeah.
Collier Wright joined. Hey.
I don't have my readers on.
if you come out to the event, you're going to have a good time. Our last event was, I mean, just absolutely great.
Lit.
And this
He
one,
is, yeah.
this
he is
one,
really,
Epic.
this one,
Epic.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
Come out.
There will be
because-
drink specials. We're gonna have a couple drinks named after the topics, or themed after the topics anyway. And you
Sugar Mama,
ooh,
Big Daddy,
ooh.
and Supersize It. You go figure.
So it's going to really be a good time. We are looking forward to seeing all of you out there. And if you, whatever platform you're watching this on, if you haven't already liked and followed that platform, please take this opportunity to do that. This show belongs to you, but we need your support to continue to make it successful. So if you're on any platform watching this, even whether it's live or tape delay, please like,
subscribe and share. Drop comments.
And leave a comment. Conversations
But yes.
overheard on YouTube, conversations overheard on Facebook, conversations overheard webcasts on Instagram. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. We appreciate you guys. Let's keep this conversation going, because I'm sure some things that the three of us don't know that you know about this topic. But Lord have mercy.
I know everything. Go ahead.
can I say something?
Well,
Oh, no, no,
ask
no.
Carol,
Right,
because she
right,
knows
right.
everything, right?
Kim, according to you.
Go ahead.
No, I was joking.
All right, guys.
All right, so we will see you Saturday.
Yes, we will.
All right.
Come
And
see
for the
us.
Good night.
conversation and for the mix and mingle.